Good morning to all. Today we are going to learn about the appropriation, okay, on the basis of the capital value. How the appropriation done on the basis of the capital value. That is on the basis of the capital employed. This is little different than what you have learned in the past classes, but it is not so difficult. Okay, so here what happens is that you have to find out what is the capital employed by the owners or the partners, and on the basis of their capital employed you are going to distribute or appropriate the profit. ठीक है, प्रॉफिट जो है उसको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे on the basis of the capital contributed by them. Okay, so for that what you have to do is that you have to um, find out what is the capital employed by them and for how much month they are contributing how much. Okay, uh, every time it will not be even, sometimes it will be uneven also. Okay, like suppose there might be three partners, one is contributing 1 lakh from the beginning till the end. ठीक है, एक ने 1 लाख रुपए दे दिया, साल के शुरुआत में दिया था पूरा साल के लिए. ठीक है, there is another partner who might contribute say 50,000 फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग. ठीक है, 50,000 बिगिनिंग से देगा, फिर कुछ दिनों बाद आफ्टर सम डेज ही विल गिव अगेन 20,000. ठीक है, क्लियर है? Might be after 5 months or 6 months. There is another third partner who gives 20,000 in the beginning. ठीक है, and after say 6 or 7 months he is giving more 20,000. So this type of variation or situation can be there. Okay, so in that type of situation how you are going to take up the profit or how you are going to distribute the profit on the basis of partners capital employed, that is what we are going to learn today. Okay, it is very easy, only thing is that you have to understand the concept nicely. So for that we will take a new sum that will help us. Okay, and just a minute, let me uh, mention the page number also, it will be easy for you to understand. It is page number 2.61, illustration number 41. Okay, 2.61, illustration number 41. I guess you all are able to see the sum. If you are not able to see, then you can just inform me. Okay, it will be easy for you to understand. Now we will see that illustration number 41. Okay, so so this is illustration number 41, page number 2.61. Okay, here we will be seeing how profit is appropriated according to capital ratio. As I told you in the introduction, we'll see about the distribution of profit in the capital ratio. So for that, what you have to see is that you have to read the question and know exactly what is the amount of capital that is contributed by each partner. Okay, and for what duration. So you can see that here A, B and C, they are starting their business in partnership. Fine, three partners are there, A, B and C. A contributes 50,000 for the whole year. That means A is contributing for the whole year, A is contributing 50,000 rupees. Okay, that means his amount of capital employed in the business for the whole year is 50,000. Again, B introduced 40,000 at first, मतलब पहले 40,000 rupees दिया B ने, and increased it to rupees 46,000. Here you have to understand what is the meaning of increased it. Okay, increased it means बढ़ा दिया. They have increased it, they have added some more amount of capital. That is not they, actually B. Okay, B has added some more capital and made his capital up to 46,000. So earlier it was 40,000, now it is 46,000. So he has added 6,000 rupees. Okay, 6,000 rupees he added in the business at the end of fourth month. Okay, after 4 months what he did is that he added 6,000 extra and now it is 46,000. So you try to understand for B what he did. उसने 4 महीने के लिए 40,000 रखा था, और बाद में पूरे साल के लिए बाकी जो टाइम बचा, कितना महीना बचा, 4 महीना चला गया तो 8 महीना बचा, तो 8 महीने के लिए उसने 46,000 रुपीज रखा है। ठीक है, पहले 40,000 था और 6,000 लाया तो उसके बाद 46,000 हो गया। ठीक है, बट विड्रू, और बी ने विड्रू भी किया है, कितना विड्रॉ किया है, 16,000 at the end of 9 months. So you have to understand here, there is a complication. What is the complication? What B has done? B has introduced for 6,000 at the end of 4 months, and also has withdrawn. Withdrawn means withdrawn the capital here. Okay, if it is drawings, then they will mention it separately. That is not drawings here. It is withdrawn, mention means with the reference to capital. So he is taking away 16,000 of his capital. Okay, then keep it simple, very simple. 40,000 for 4 months. Okay, first 4 months. Then what he did, he bought 6,000. Now after 4 months his capital was 46,000. Okay, and that was up to which month? Up to the end of 9 month. Okay, after 9 month, what he did, he took away 16,000. Okay, after 9 month he took away 16,000, and his capital automatically after 9 months was how much, 30,000. So for how many months it was 30,000? For 3 months. How come 30,000? 46,000 उसका कैपिटल था, प्रेजेंट कैपिटल, उससे उसने 16,000 उठा लिया। कब उठाया, 9 मंथ के बाद। तो 9 मंथ के बाद कितना महीना बचता है, और 10 11 12 3 मंथ्स। ठीक है, तो 3 मंथ के लिए कितना उसका कैपिटल बचा है, 46,000 माइनस 16,000, दैट इज 30,000। ठीक है, then I'm summing it up. What is the understanding did you get from here? 40,000 4 months के लिए, next 5 months के लिए हो जाएगा 46,000, और लास्ट का जो 3 months बचा वो हो जाएगा 30,000। ठीक है, once again I'm repeating, B has introduced 40,000 and after 4 months he bought 6,000 extra and now it became 46. So for the first 4 months his capital was 40,000. Then 4 महीना हो गया, 5 6 7 8 9, up to 5 extra months, that is after 4 months कितना होता है, 5 6 7 8 9, that means 5 months के लिए उसने 46,000 रखा है कैपिटल। ठीक है, उसके बाद 9 मंथ जब हो गया तो उसने 16,000 उठा लिया, तो कितना कैपिटल बचा, 30,000, और वो कितने महीनों के लिए है, 10 11 12, 3 महीने के लिए। ठीक है, 3 महीने के लिए, क्लियर? ओके, नाउ देन नेक्स्ट, सी इन्वेस्टेड 80,000 एट फर्स्ट। ठीक है, बिगिनिंग में 80,000 किया, बट विड्रू 20,000 एट द एंड ऑफ 5 मंथ्स। ठीक है, दैट मीन्स सी का पैसा कितना था, 80,000 फॉर द फर्स्ट 5 मंथ्स, 5 महीने के लिए 80,000 था। ठीक है, उसके बाद 20,000 वापस कर ले लिया, विड्रू कर लिया। विड्रॉ कर लेने से कितना बचा कैपिटल, 60,000। कितने महीनों के लिए, आफ्टर 5 मंथ्स, हाउ मेनी मंथ्स लेफ्ट, टोटल 12 महीना होता है, 12 महीना होता है, तो 12 महीनों में 5 महीना चला गया तो बचा 7 महीना। ठीक है, तो 20,000 हो, 20,000 माइनस करने के बाद कितना बचता है, 60,000। ठीक है, तो 60,000 हो गया 5 महीना के लिए, राइट? Okay, so once again I'm repeating, C invest 80,000 at first, but withdrew rupees 20,000 at the end of 5 months. That means after 5 months his capital has decreased by 20,000, so now it is 60,000. So first 5 months it was 80,000, then remaining how many months left, 7 months. How come 7 months? From 12, if you 12 months, if 5 months is gone, that means you have got 7 months. So for 7 months you have got 60,000 rupees capital, right? So this is the situation. Now what is told here, that firm earned a profit of 23,500, sorry, 23,750, right? Firm has earned a profit of 23,750 during the year. You are required to show the division of profit on the basis, you should understand this, okay, basis of the effective capital employed. What is the meaning of effective capital employed? क्या होता है इसका मतलब? Effective capital employed means on an average capital employed by a owner in the business. That means कितना capital उसका effectively यूज किया गया है बिजनेस में. ठीक है, मतलब जितना उसने विड्रॉ किया या उसने पैसा एक्स्ट्रा दिया, जो भी दिया है उसे तुम्हें इफेक्टिव निकालना पड़ेगा. इफेक्टिव मतलब कितना कैपिटल उसका लगातार काम किया है बिजनेस में, या बिजनेस में उसका कैपिटल कितना था जो रेगुलरली था. ठीक है, रेगुलरली बना रहा. लाइक इफ वी टेक फॉर एग्जांपल बी. ठीक है, बी का कितना कैपिटल था 4 महीने के लिए? उसका कैपिटल 40,000 था. 5 महीने के लिए 46 था. 3 महीने के लिए 30,000 था. मतलब उसका इफेक्टिव कैपिटल क्या हो जाता है? 4,80,000. ठीक है, 4,80,000 कैसे आता है? 4,80,000 देखो, 4 महीने के लिए 40,000, सो 40,000 इंटू 4, मतलब 4 महीने के लिए बार बार हर महीने में 40,000 40,000 40,000. ही इज नॉट कंट्रीब्यूटिंग अगेन एंड अगेन, बट वी आर फाइंडिंग आउट इफेक्टिव कैपिटल. इफेक्टिव कैपिटल मीन्स कितना बार उसने इफेक्टिवली यूज किया गया है उसे. ठीक है, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल ए, उसने 50,000 दिया था और पूरे महीने के पूरा साल उसने 50,000 ही रखा अपना पैसा. तो इससे क्या होता है? इफेक्टिवली वो कितने बार यूज हुआ है? 12 बार. Okay, that has been used effectively 12 times. So 50,000 12 times it was used in every month. Okay, in sorry, in the whole year it was used 12 times, so it comes to 6 lakh. Now in case of B, 40,000 was used effectively for 4 months, so it is coming 1,60,000. Again 46,000 was used for 5 months effectively, so it comes to 2,30,000. And again 30,000 was used effectively for 3 months, so it comes to 90,000. So his effective capital was 4,80,000. Okay, B's effective capital was 4,80,000. In case of C, 80,000 was effectively used for 5 months. ठीक है, 5 बार, 5 बार मतलब हर एक एक महीना करके काउंट करो, हर 5 महीने में 5 बार उसने यूज किया है. ठीक है, दैट मीन्स it's not that he is giving again and again. Okay, it's 80,000 is the same amount what he has contributed from the beginning, but it was used again and again 5 times in the 5 months, so it comes to 4 lakh. ऐसे करके इफेक्टिव कैपिटल कैलकुलेट होता है. Then remaining, what was the amount? 60,000. 60,000 was used for 7 months, so for 7 months effective capital is 4,20,000. Clear? So for A, his effective capital is, that is a product we are finding. Okay, effective capital is a product. So for A it is 6 lakh. Clear? For B it is 4,80,000. For C it is 8,20,000. Try to understand once again. For A it is 6 lakh. For B it is 4,80,000. For C it is 8,20,000. Okay, 6 lakh, 4,80,000 and 8,20,000. Now we will find out the ratio. क्या बोल के दिया है? देखो, यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू शो द डिवीजन ऑफ प्रॉफिट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ, कौन से बेसिस में हम लोग को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है? इफेक्टिव कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड. तो इफेक्टिव कैपिटल ए का कितना है? 6 लाख. बी का कितना है? 4,80,000. सी का कितना है? 8,20,000. राइट. देन बाय ईच पार्टनर ड्यूरिंग द ईयर. देखो, ड्यूरिंग द ईयर जितना जिसने कैपिटल एम्प्लॉय किया है उस बेसिस में इफेक्टिव कैपिटल हम लोग निकालना है. ठीक है, एक बार निकल गया इफेक्टिव कैपिटल, देन वी विल फाइंड आउट द रेशियो. इस रेशियो में हम लोग को प्रॉफिट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है. किस रेशियो में? 6 लाख इज टू 4,80,000 इज टू 8,20,000. राइट. सो हम लोग नेक्स्ट वाला देखते हैं. देखो, जस्ट अ मिनट. ओके, क्या आ गया हम लोग का इफेक्टिव कैपिटल? 6 lakh is to 4,80,000 is to 8,20,000. Right. So ultimately it is coming to the ratio 30,000. Sorry, if we cancel all the zeros, it will be 60 is to 48 is to 82. Right. 60 is to 48 is to 82. And again, if you cancel it with 2, you will get 30 is to 24 is to 41. Okay, I guess all of you know how to calculate the ratio. So the ratio will be 30:24:41. Clear? Now we will distribute the profit. What is our profit? 23,750 that we have already seen in the question, right? So our net profit is 23,750 rupees. This will be distributed in which ratio? 30:24:41. So what is the total of this ratio? 54, then 94, 95, right? So A will get 30/95, B will get 24/95, and C will get 41/95. So of what? 23,750. So for A, how it is coming? 23,750 into 30/95, it is coming 7,500. For B, 23,750 into 24/95, it is coming 6,000. And for C, 23,750 into 41,000, sorry, 41/95, it is coming 10,250. So this is how the distribution is done under appropriation, under the capital employed. Okay, under the effective capital employed method. Appropriation of profit in the capital ratio using the effective capital employed basis, right? So you should understand that. Give the heading properly, and you should note this sum in your copy and try to understand effective capital employed. Okay, appropriation of profit under effective capital employed method. I guess it is clear to all of you. Okay, now we will go to the next sum. Okay, now we are going to take up a new type of sum. Here we will be learning about the mistakes what a partner do. Okay, and being a human being, everyone can commit a mistake. That's natural. So like everyone, a partner is also a human being, so they can commit a mistake. Okay, the mistakes can be like when he has omitted to write particular or charge particular expenses. Okay, he has forgotten, or you can say he has omitted, either intentionally or unintentionally, whatever the reason might be. Okay, they have omitted a particular sum, a particular point, and have solved the sum. Okay, or have distributed the profit. Let me make it more simple. Okay, assume that A, B, and C, three partners are there. Okay, and they have to take, they are supposed to get interest on capital. Okay, they have to get interest on capital at the rate 10%. Fine. A, B, and C, three partners are there. They are supposed to get interest on capital at the rate 10% per annum. And also A was supposed to get salary of 5,000 per month. Clear? Then B was supposed to get a commission of 10,000. Okay, this type of situation was there. Now their profit sharing ratio was equally. Clear? What happened is that instead of doing all the adjustment, what they did is that they simply transferred the profit equally among them. They did not give interest on capital, they did not give salary, they did not give commission. What they did is that whatever profit was there, they distributed among themselves, right? It can be intentional, unintentional, whatever might be. Okay, now in this type of situation, what you have to do is that you have to readjust that amount. Okay, you cannot say that give back the profit, all of you return the profit. You cannot say like that we are going to redistribute it, because once it is distributed in the account, you cannot cut and write again. In accountancy, overwriting is a crime. Okay, so never do that. So you cannot just cut or overwrite and you can rectify that. You cannot use your whitener and rectify that. Okay, that is not possible. But you have done a mistake, right? So what you have to do is that you have to rectify it. It is not rectification of journal entries, mind it. Now rectification here is done in a different way. It is related something what the base is related to rectification only, but it is not exactly the way what you have learned in rectification. Okay, little concept is there. Fine. So there can be also another situation where another partner might be there who will claim that no, I have worked more, so I will get more profit. And accordingly what happened is that instead of sharing the profits equally, you have shared it in some other ratio, say 3 is to 3 is to 2 ratio, or 3 is to 1 is to 1 ratio, whatever ratio you have decided, you just simply shared it. But after seeing the agreement, it is found that it should have been equally. Okay, this type of situation can also come. Okay, so in that case also you have to do the adjustments. Okay, in simple बोले ना तो अगर past adjustment का मतलब या adjustment in the closing account, ठीक है, you can just write down the heading, that is this is the basic heading for this particular sum, past adjustment. Okay, और adjustment in the closed account मतलब क्या होता है कि adjustment जिसका जरूरत पड़ता है after the account is closed, or after you have prepared all the accounts, you have to readjust it. And this only happens when you have done a mistake. अगर गलती से तुमने कोई पैसा नहीं दिया, या हो सकता है गलती से तुमने प्रॉफिट गलत रेशियो में शेयर कर लिया, you have shared the profit in a wrong ratio, or you have not paid certain expenses, or you have not charged interest on drawings, or you have not given salary to partner, salary to partner, you have not given commission to partner, you have not given. If you have missed any of such situations, you have to readjust that, and that readjustment is only possible through past adjustments. Okay, past adjustment means you are not going to give everything, neither you are going to take everything from them, but what you have to do is that you have to wait and then decide what is the adjustment required, and after that only you have to readjust the changes. So in this particular type of sum, that is past adjustment और एडजस्टमेंट इन द क्लोजिंग अकाउंट, इसका मतलब क्या है? पास्ट मतलब जो ऑलरेडी बीत चुका है, जो ऑलरेडी हो चुका है, ठीक है, যেটা অলরেডি হইয়া ছাড়ছে, মানে আমি ভুলে ভুলে কিতা করছি কি আমার এক্সপেন্সেস বা পার্টিকুলার আইটেম, যে কোনো একটা পার্টিকুলার আইটেম আমি অমিট করে দিছিলাম, একটা হইতে পারে বা একটার থেকে বেশি হইতে পারে। অমিট করা মানে কিতা, আমি লেখছি না বা রেকর্ড করছি না। যেরকম ফর এক্সাম্পল ধরে নাও যখন অ্যাপ্রোপ্রিয়েশন করাতে গেছিলাম তখন আমি ইন্টারেস্ট অন ক্যাপিটাল দিছি না, I was supposed to give but I did not give, and I have done all other transactions, मतलब सारा अप्रोप्रिएशन हो गया, सब डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो गया, लेकिन इंटरेस्ट ऑन कैपिटल मैंने नहीं दिया, या इंटरेस्ट ऑन ड्राइंग्स नहीं दिया, या हो सकता है सैलरी नहीं दिया, या हो सकता है कमीशन नहीं दिया, something I have not given, something or the some other items that there which I have to adjust, मुझे करना चाहिए था, আমি করতে আসলাম ওই অ্যাডজাস্টমেন্টটা, কিন্তু আমি করছি না বা ভুলে গেছি, যেটাই রিজন হোক আমি করছি না। ঠিক আছে, যদি এরকম কোনো ভুল হইয়া থাকে তে তোমার যে ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন করছো প্রফিট, এটা কারেক্ট নাই, ইট ইজ নট কারেক্ট। ওকে, you should have paid those expenses, and after that only you are going to make the distribution of profit. And if you are distributing the profit before giving those transactions, बिना उन आइटम्स को दिए ওইগুলো আইটেম ছাড়া যদি তুমি ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করি তো প্রফিট, তে তোমার আবার অ্যাডজাস্টমেন্ট করতে লাগবো, এই ভুলটারে অ্যাডজাস্ট করতে লাগবো। এই যে ভুলটা অ্যাডজাস্ট করবাই ওইটাই তুমি শিখবাই, কিরকম ওই ভুলটারে অ্যাডজাস্ট করবাই ওইটাই শিখবাই তুমি পাস্ট অ্যাডজাস্টমেন্টে, অর অ্যাডজাস্টমেন্ট ইন দ্য ক্লোজড অ্যাকাউন্ট। ওকে, এরকমও সিচুয়েশন হইতে পারে কি একটা পার্টনার প্রফিট পাইতে আসিল ইকুয়াল শেয়ারে, কিন্তু দেখা যায় কি তারে কম দিলাইছে, ঠিক আছে, ওই সিচুয়েশনেও অ্যাডজাস্টমেন্ট করতে লাগবে। মানে সিম্পল কথা হইল যে তোমার একটা সিস্টেম বানাইয়া রাখছো অ্যাকাউন্টিং করার, ওই সিস্টেম যদি তুমি অমিট করছো বা তুমি ওইটারে ফলো করছো না, তো এইটারে তুমি পরের দিকেও হোক না কেন তোমার এটা অ্যাডজাস্ট করতে লাগবে। It shows that this type of sum will show you how you are going to rectify your mistakes. Okay, here you learn how to rectify your mistakes that you have committed because of omitting any one item, or extra charging or not charging, any other reason, किसी भी कारण से तुमने जो गलती किया है उसको कैसे सुधारना है वही सीखोगे पास्ट एडजस्टमेंट में। ठीक है, ये गलतियां हो सकती है कि तुमने इंटरेस्ट ऑन कैपिटल देना था, नहीं दिए, इंटरेस्ट ऑन ड्रॉइंग्स लेना था पार्टनर से, तुमने नहीं लिया। ठीक है, प्रॉफिट तुमने गलत रेशियो में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिया। ठीक है, या फिर हो सकता है तुमने जिसको सैलरी देना था, कमीशन देना था, तुमने उसको कमीशन नहीं दिया, सैलरी नहीं दिया, या हो सकता है किसी को तुमने एक्स्ट्रा पैसा दे दिया है। ये सब कारण से क्या होता है कि तुम्हें एडजस्टमेंट करना पड़ता है। और ये एडजस्टमेंट तुम कैसे करोगे? पूरा का पूरा पैसा लेकर नहीं, क्या करोगे कि कितना देना था, कितना लेना था, उसका एडजस्टमेंट करेंगे हम लोग। ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल पकड़ लो कि मुझे किसी को 1,000 रुपये देना है। ठीक है, और उसे मुझे 800 रुपये देना है। सपोज I am supposed to give a particular person 1,000 rupees, okay, and that particular person is supposed to pay me 800 rupees. Now I will not go and pay him 1,000 and he will not pay me 800. It will not be like this. What I will do is that instead of paying him 1,000, what I will do, I will do the adjustment. I will find out how much I am supposed to pay, 1,000. How much he is supposed to pay, 800. So the net amount is 200 rupees. I will just go and pay him 200 rupees. This is how you are going to learn past adjustment. Ekdam simple. Okay, is it clear? I guess now it is clear.